as you can see, the sun's going through my window. Hopefully it won't be too off-putting, it will move around. So just give it a few moments, hopefully people will log on. The joys of having your workouts on a new home. With a smaller fellowship, smaller community. I'm not sure how it shares it and lets people know that I'm online. So. Give it a few more moments. Morning, Jim. Hopefully a few more will come on as we wait, and give it a few more moments. Slowly but surely, hopefully. But I hope you are all well. If you, especially you and those doing the replay. So, hope you are keeping well. As always, yes, no, can't always see because of the sun. Hi, Linda. So just make sure, as I'll start now anyway, hopefully more people will join us. Hopefully Facebook will let people know that I'm live, or people will come and find me live. And I will put out the main timetable shortly. So as a reminder, please make sure you've got a nice clear space to work out in. Nothing going to trip you up. No kids, no husbands, no partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, or anything like that. No furniture, no pets. Nothing that's going to take you out. Have water available. It's really important to stay hydrated. And a door or window open for ventilation because you will get warm while you're working out. And a towel or a mat for the floor exercises and for the cool down and stretch at the end. For those of you coming across these for the first time, all in all they're about 40 minutes, which includes the warm up and the cool down and stretch, and the main section of the workout is 20 minutes. That's about it really. So today's session is a high intensity one. We will be doing 5 pairs of exercises. So we'll be doing 40 seconds of one exercise, 40 seconds of another, and repeat it 3 times. So you have 4 minutes on those 2 exercises, and then we'll move to the next 2. What we'll do is we'll get the warm-up done first, then you can have a quick drink while I take you quickly through the exercises, and then we'll get started. So, let's just check, it is now 8 o'clock. 1 minute past, there we go. So, let's start with the warm-up. So we're just stepping from side to side, swinging the arms across the body, and waking everything up, slowly but surely. And just take it nice and easy, take the workout at your own pace, there's no rush. Keep going. Just step it through. So with all the exercises, I will try and show you adaptations as best I can, and bring your arms above your head. But if you need to even take it down further, or you think of an adaptation I didn't think of, then please feel free to do that. I want the workouts to work for you. I'm not a harsh taskmaster. I want you to enjoy the workout. Because if you enjoy it, you'll come back for more. And it'll make your body feel good, and it'll help your mental health, and yeah, there's a whole plethora of things. So last few seconds. And from here we're going to stand, feet shoulder width, pull the belly button to the spine, so that helps strengthen the core. Take the arms out in front, drop the shoulders down from the ears, just opening up the chest. Open it up, taking it back, open it up, there we go. So this is a really good stretch if you do spend a lot of time over a computer or bent over your phone, to help bring those shoulders back and down. Help improve the posture, because we do all have I think majority of us have a bad habit, we lean forward, so help you stand up nice and tall. Let that rest, keep your feet shoulder width, and you're going to try and keep them straight. So what you're going to do is twist to the side and walk down your legs as far as you can, where you can keep your legs straight. When your knee starts to bend, you need to stop there, so you can walk across in the air, or walk across the floor, so we're getting a nice stretch all the way back down the back of the legs, but not for too long. All these movements are dynamic movements, static stretches you do at the end. You don't want to hold the stretch too much. You just want to warm the muscles up and warm the joints up. But you want to keep some of that spring for the workout and let that rest and into a gentle jog. But if you do have any knee problems or ankle problems or anything like that, then you can always step this one through, and it takes the intensity off the knees and the ankles. So keep jogging, a few more seconds. So nice and upright, nice and gentle on the knees. As I said, if you want to march it through, because if you're recovering from injury, or you do have problems with knees or ankles, or you're just being considerate to your neighbours, it's always good. Next, we're going to do hip openers. So we're just going to take the leg up and out to the side, up and back in. So it's up, out to the side, up and back in. That's it, good. Up and out to the side. And if you hear lots of clicks and cracks, morning Jackie, during this, it's fine, as long as it's not painful. If it causes you pain, then stop. Or lower your range of motion. But as long as it's not painful, your clicking and cracking and popping is normal. And from there, we're going to do heel flicks. So you want your feet hip width apart and flick your heels up to your bum. And again, if you want to take this out and just step it through, so just bringing your foot up, don't have to come up as far as mine, whatever works for you. Just keep moving. Keep going, a few more seconds. Last few. So feet hip width, big step forward, 90 degrees in both knees, little rotation and push back. So what you're looking for as you step forward, keep your feet hip width and you're dropping down, and your torso and that back knee should be in line, and then you can rotate over the leg in front. A few more seconds, and if you keep the hip width gap, it helps with the balance and more stable. Problems with lunges, we tend to line our feet up. And from there, we're going to do a squat and reach. Again, with the squat, I have my feet shoulder width, feet slightly turned out. Flip the hips back, sit back, and then come up. Doesn't have to be a deep squat. We're just warming up. So just to the point where you feel comfortable. A few more seconds. Almost there. Last few. We've just got one more to warm up with, and I'll take you through what we're doing today. And last 30 seconds, jumping jacks. And again, if you want to, just step it side to side. Jump it out. Keep going. Do a mixture of both. Do a couple jumps and a couple steps. A few more seconds. And rest that there. So walk it off, keep moving your feet, have a drink, and I'll tell you the exercises. The first ones we're on the mat or on the floor, and the first one is called back bow row, because we do a lot of focus on the abdominals at the front, but sometimes forget our backs need strengthening too. So there's a few adaptations here. One, you can come up and row back, then come down, and then you come up. It's only going to be a very small movement. Or, if you feel comfortable too, you can lift your feet out front at the same time. So hands out in front. If you want to, so you can just lift the chest and row the arms back. Or you can lift the chest and legs, so you're balancing, on the top of your thighs and your hips. Yeah, pelvis, hips. Row back, come forward and down. And that, so 40 seconds of that. Then we're going to come over onto our backs and bicycle crunch. So bringing the elbow to the opposite knee and taking the other leg out, trying to keep it off the floor. So alternate between those two. Then the next two, we're still on the floor, we're into a high plank, and we're going to do an up-down plank. So coming down and then pushing back up. If you want to, you can just focus here, have it on your knees, and come up and down, or you can just focus on holding the plank, whether it be the elbows or a high one. So you'll still be strengthening those core muscles. And then with that one, whoop, we're going to be coming up and we're doing a side twist, knee up, side twist, knee up. So plank with side twist, knee ups. Then back on the floor, we are in, we're doing a fire hydrant. So if you notice, there's a floor one and a get up one basically. On all fours, knees in line with hips, wrists to shoulders, and we're going to go out for our fire hydrant and then just kick our leg, come back down, and then take the other one out and kick out. If the kick out feels too uncomfortable, then just focus on the fire hydrant. You could do 2 on each side and come back down. Then with that one, we are doing arms up, so knee up, arms down, knee up. So that's that one. Then this one, you've got 2 alternatives. So you have your hands behind you and your feet flat on the floor, and then you push up into a full bridge, tap your bum down, push up into a full bridge, tap down, or if you want to create it a little bit more difficulty, you hold yourself there, and then you push up into that high plank. High plank, high bridge. Then come back down, just tap your bum down, and push, and down. So it's up to you, you've got those 2 options there, and that is partnered with jumping jacks, or you can do step jacks. And then finally, these ones we are staying up. The first one we're staying upright for. So we have got a squat to reverse lunge, squat, and then take the other leg back, reverse lunge, and then that is partnered with side-to-side climbers. So on the floor, and we're going to bring our feet to one side, back to the middle, and to the other side, and back to the middle, and to the other side. These trainers are a bit slippier than my black ones. So, some fresh air in. So, we're starting, we have my timer down here. We're starting with the back bow rows. So, take a lie down, take a load off, on the floor, first 40 seconds. Off we go. As I said, just adapt it.
Interval 1 for 40 seconds.
However it feels good for you. So come up, row back, forward, come down. Come up, row back, come forward, come down. And if you need to, just do the front. So don't worry about your legs initially if you need to. Adapt. Or if the row is too much, you can just focus either coming up or just on the chest. So working the back. Up, row, down.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And then we're going to flip over.
Interval 2 for 40
Onto our back nice and flat to the floor, and cycle. So when we push our back down, want to tilt your pelvis so you can't get your hand underneath. And flatten that back into the floor. I can assure you when I first started working out, I was like, back flat to the floor. I can't keep my back flat to the floor. It does take time, but it gets easier. Keep going. So we're doing the front abdominals and the back.
5 seconds until interval 1.
Then we're back over and flip over.
Interval 1 for 40 seconds.
Come down, take the arms out, lift up, row back, squeeze the shoulder blades, take it back, lower down, lift, row. Keep going. Keep breathing. Up, but always do one of the adaptations. You want to take the row out and just focus on the lift. It's fine, build up. Come up, back, forward,
5
down.
seconds until interval 2.
Up, back, forward, down. And
Interval 2 for
flip
40
over.
seconds.
And cycle. Keep going. Few more seconds. We've only got one more pair of these to go.
5 seconds until interval 1.
And over.
Interval 1 for 40 seconds.
Last our back goes. But it's really good for strengthening the back. Take it out, slowly down. Don't worry, starting off each time. It's never going to be a big movement anyway. If needs be, just focus on lifting the chest up and down. Take it nice and slow.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And over.
Interval 2 for 40
Last
seconds.
little bicycle crunches. Smaller the back, flat into the floor. Take the legs in, crunch up. Lifting those shoulder blades, that shoulder blade off the floor. Opposite leg to opposite elbow. A few more seconds. Last few.
Five seconds. Workout complete.
And let that rest. So next we have the high plank, up and down, and that's partnered with the standing side twist knee ups. So a lot of core work these ones. So get ready. First 40 seconds. So wrists under the shoulders, get the legs behind, and then you come down, and then you push back up. And then you come down, push up. If it gets too much, drop to your knees, or just hold the plank, or you could do a plank shoulder tap. Last few seconds, keep going. Keep breathing. Woo! Almost there.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And we're up.
Interval 2
So
for
with
40
this one,
seconds.
we're twisting to one side, bring the knee up, back to the middle, twist, down, twist. It does not have to be a rush, helps work on the balance, and keep breathing. We got this. Keep going. 10 seconds. And we're back down on the floor for that up down
5
plank,
seconds until interval 1.
or high plank, or elbow plank,
Interval
whatever
1
works for you.
seconds.
A nice high plank, come down, and then push back up. Come down, push back up. If you can, try and alternate which hand you push up on each time. So you're not always coming up on your strong one first. Keep breathing. Keep smiling.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And up.
Interval 2 for 40 seconds.
And twist and lift. Twist and lift. Keep going. That's it, good. So come to the sides. Lift that leg. Twist. Twist, so we're getting good balance. Twist in the core. Coordination. The whole lot. Keep going.
5 seconds until interval 1. Interval
And back
1
down
for
on
40
the mat.
seconds.
Last set of these. Come down and push up. Come down, push up. Keep breathing. Almost there. Last few seconds.
5 seconds until interval 2.
Oh, that's tough. And up we go.
Interval 2 for 40 seconds.
My arms are on fire, Arthur. Good. This makes this one feel quite nice. Keep going. Then we're on to the next two. Fire hydrant with jumping jacks, I think. We'll check in a second. Keep going. Keep smiling.
5 seconds.
And rest that one there. So we're on all fours now. Knees in line with hips. Wrists under the shoulders. Oh, it's the arms down, knee up. That's what we're doing in between. So we're taking the leg out to the side and then kicking that foot out and bring it down. Keeping that core pulled in, and we're taking the other one and kicking it out and coming back down. So this is really going to work the glutes and the core and the arms, everything again. And off we go. So lift and kick and back down. Lift, kick and down. Lift, kick and down. If you want to just take the kick out and just focus on the fire hydrant, totally understandable. And down, lift up, kick in and out, right back down. Kick in and out, come back down. Keep going. A few more seconds.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And up we go. So arms up.
40 seconds.
And then we're bringing the knee up, arms down. So bringing those elbows into the side of you. Knee up, arms down. It's twisting too much. Keep going. Almost there. Few more seconds.
5 seconds until interval 1.
And then we're back down
Interval
on all
1 for
fours.
40 seconds.
If you need a rest at any point, because there's no specific rest time in this, please take one, grab a drink whenever you need to. And yeah, it's much better. You rest for a second and come back to it and do better technique, better quality than just feeling like you have to keep pushing yourself and that for some reason you're failing if you don't. It's not true. And keep going. Few more
5 seconds
seconds.
until interval 2.
And up we come.
Interval 2 for 40 seconds.
Arms up. Knee, I don't know why I said that. Arms up. And then bring the knee up and those arms down. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep going. Almost there. Few more seconds.
5 seconds until interval 1.
And back down, last set.
Interval 1 for 40 seconds.
On all fours. Take the leg out, kick it out, and bring it back in. Take it out, kick it out, bring it back in. As I said, if you don't feel comfortable doing the kick, just focus on the fire hydrant. And remembering your welts. Few more seconds. Keep going. Good. Almost there. Few more.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And up we go.
Interval 2 for 40 seconds.
And bring it up. And off you go. Good. Keep going. Almost there. Obviously, when you do workouts as well, and some days you find them easier, some days harder, even if it's the same exercises, you have to take into account how you slept, how you've eaten, your stress levels. Today I'm finding this really hard. My arms are aching, and I know it's because I haven't eaten as well as I normally do, because my IBS kicked up this week. Keep going. And let that rest. So this is tough. It's good, but it's tough. My arms are a bit achy. So next one, we've got the full bridge. So feet down, and then push it up. Tap your bum down, push it up. Or if you want to make it a little more intense, bring your bum back to your hands, be on your heels, and then you're going to push up into it and come back, and push up into it and come back. So, and then that's partnered with jumping jacks. So I'm probably going to do a mixture of the two. Off we go.
Interval 1 for 40 seconds.
So push it up, come back, push up, and come back. Or you can have your feet planted under your knees, and then just push through. Push up, and come back. Push up, and come back. Keep going. Few more seconds.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And we're up, and you can either
Interval
step
2
them
for 40 seconds.
or jump them. This is the jumping jacks. I really wish it wasn't something to do with arms. Should have done a TikTok. Never mind. If you do want to do a TikTok, you can do that one instead. Almost there. Few more seconds.
5 seconds until interval 1.
And back down to the
Interval
floor.
1 for 40 seconds.
And hormones have a lot to play in what we do. Everything we do actually. Up and down. Push it up and back down. Or if you want the alternative, feet here and then pushing up. Hold, come back down, tap your bum and push back up and come back down. So you've got the two options. Keep going.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And jumping jacks.
Interval 2 for 40 seconds.
But we are well over halfway. We've only got one more round of these two, and then we're on to the last two exercises. Keep going. A few more seconds. And back down to the floor. Last time for these ones.
40 seconds.
Hands behind. And off we go. Forgot what I was doing then. Which ones am I doing? I'll put my heels here. Push it up. And come back down. Whew. Kind of a reverse push-up almost. Pike to bridge. That pike. Yes, it's pike. Pike.
5 seconds
To
until
bridge.
interval 2.
And
Interval 2 for 40
last set.
seconds.
Oh. Jumping jacks. Keep going. If you can. If you need to stop for a rest or a drink at any time, absolutely fine. And rest. So I'm just going to move my mat back a little bit. So, our next massage. And then that's partnered with side to side climbers. We got this. Last 4 minutes, that's all it is. We've done 16. So, get ready.
Interval 1 for
So,
30 seconds.
Squat and reverse lunge. So what you might find, you need to move your foot. So my feet turn out there, I straighten my foot and go into my lunge. Then I turn my foot back out. And back. And it's become sort of an automatic thing. So, take it nice and slow. Much better to have, that wasn't good technique, but good technique. And do it 2
5 seconds until interval 2.
Last one, and then we're going
Interval 2
to
for 50
side to side
seconds.
climbers. So down here, nice high plank. Bring our feet to one side, back to the middle, back to the other side. If you need to, and you've got a sofa available or a chair available, you can put your hands on the chair to provide an incline. Keep going. A few more seconds.
5 seconds until interval 1.
Last ones. And
Interval 1 for
back to our
50
squat.
seconds.
Woo! Squat. Reverse. Come up. Squat. And reverse. Keep breathing. Almost there. Oh, everything feels like jelly today. The joys. A few more seconds.
5 seconds until interval 2.
And
Interval 2
off
for
we go.
40 seconds.
nice high plank. Bring the feet to one side. Take them out. And to the other. Keep going. Few more seconds. Keep going. Last two.
5 seconds until interval 1. Interval 1 for 40 seconds.
Squat and reverse lunge, last set. Squat, reverse, come up, squat, and reverse, and up. Keep going. A few more seconds. Keep breathing. Nice and controlled. This is it. She's got one more lot of climbers
5
to do.
seconds until interval 2.
And get ready.
Interval 2
Off
for
we
30
go.
seconds.
Last time. Bring them to the side, back to middle, to the other side. As I said, any sort of incline will decrease the intensity. Nice and trains the grip even better. A few more seconds. Keep breathing. Keep going. Last few seconds. And
Workout complete.
slowly come up. Walk it off. Shake it out. Shake the arms. Don't completely stop. Nice deep breaths. Fantastic. Hi Andrea, hi Wendy. I think I said hello to Jackie, I can't remember. Hi, I say Jackie, Linda, Jim. Oh, catch a breath. Nice deep breath. Keep stepping it out. 2 more. Nice deep breath in and out through the mouth. And nice deep breath in and out. So when you feel your breathing has returned to normal, we can come down to the mat and have a nice stretch. We don't want to go down onto the mat too quickly if you've been moving really fast, because you don't want to make yourself lightheaded. So, we're going to come down to the mat now, if you feel ready. If not, keep walking out, having a drink. You can come down and catch up afterwards, or do the stretches when you want to. You can always take this back a bit and take it back to the stretches. So bring your knees into your chest. Well done, guys. Whew. And rotate in one direction, and then the other. What you will find is that I keep the warm up and the cool down and stretch the same. So the only thing we have to seriously concentrate on, if you've been doing this for a while, is the middle section. Nice circles. Last few seconds. Whew, that was tough. As I said, and drop one leg down. So you have to look at how your life is at the minute, you know, and bring the other leg up and pull it back towards you. Nice stretch to the back of the thigh. When you're doing a workout, sometimes even if you're feeling too ropey, I would recommend going for a walk rather than trying to do some high intensity workout. Or if you really fancy a workout, then do it, you know, but you're not feeling great, a low impact one, or maybe ones like this, low impact, take the jumping out, or some yoga. But make sure it's not like high level yoga, make sure it's a nice gentle one. You are allowed to just stretch, you know. And switch sides. With my PT clients, I have done that like hour-long sessions where it just focuses on stretching through the whole body. And it was nice because I've had it said, you know, it's like giving me permission to just stretch. Moving your body any way you move it that makes you feel good is a good thing. So stretching back here. If you've got a yoga strap, resistance band, jogging bottoms, anything like that, you can put it around your foot, help pull it back a bit. Get a deeper stretch. With all these stretches, and let that rest, bring one ankle onto the opposite knee and pull through. So put your hand through your lap and grab your thigh and pull it towards you. And pull it in, this is a glute stretch. And with all these stretches, I want you to have a nice intense stretch, but not painful. So pull it towards you, nice deep breaths. You can do this one standing up, but I do recommend holding onto a wall. Unless you have an exceptional balance. Nice deep breath. A few more seconds. And switch sides. And pull it towards you. So I thank you, and you should thank yourselves for joining in today, getting your bodies moving in a way, hopefully, that you semi-enjoy. That, you know, it makes you feel good. It doesn't make you feel like you should be doing it and that you have to do it. I'm not that type of personal trainer. I'm not that type of trainer, full stop. I'm all about, you know, you want a level of enjoyment in it. And yes, there'll be some of the workouts you don't like as much as others, but that's normal. And let that rest. Come over onto all fours. And give yourself time when you're learning new exercises. Knees in line with hips, wrists in line with shoulders. Drop down. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, push up the other way, stretching through the shoulder blades. Nice and relaxed. You know, whenever you're doing something new, you have to give your brain time to create the pathways. I've singing lessons, it's my outlet, it's what I enjoy doing. And there's so many similarities, because I'm training various muscles to be able to do singing. And there's various things with that. And bring toes together, take your knees out, sit back, and let's see how all of these things are transferable between other skills. And stretch out. So if you want to sit back in here, stretch your arms out. If you can get your forehead to the floor, great, but if that means you lift your bum up, we're trying to keep your bum on your heels and your hands forward. So in my singing lesson, he had me doing a scale upwards in one start and then to come down the other side in another way. And my poor little adult brain couldn't quite do it yesterday. But I could do the two things separately, but putting them together was difficult, and I'm going to have to practice and practice and practice. And then rest, come up slowly, swivel around. So, you know, think about things you've done in life, bring feet together. I mean, I think of examples of my sister. used to do cakes. I think I know someone out here who does cakes and decorations, and thinking about the first time you created something or learned how to do it and it didn't go quite as well as you'd hoped. But in time, the more and more you did it, my wife Sarah used to help me make the cakes for the kids, or guide me, and the thing I found hardest was rolling out the icing. And it took time. And then lifting it up and putting it across things. Obviously I never quite got the knack my sister had, because she was doing it all the time. And let that rest, come up slowly. Let's pick this up. We're going to come over to a wall. I'm just going to twist the camera around a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Over here you can see my setup now. So we're going to have our foot to the wall and push up on that back foot. So feet are hip width, everything's facing forward, and we're standing up nice and tall. So you just got to remember, with exercise, it's something I do all the time. So there are things that I've been told, you make it look easy. But you've got to remember, I've done it over and over and over again. So think about your jobs, your roles, and something you do that you can make look really easy, but I would really struggle with because I've not done it before, or whoever would struggle with it. And you've got to remember that as exercise when you're first learning exercises and workouts, stuff like that. Instead of putting yourself down, oh no, why can't I do this? But remind yourself, you're learning a new skill. You're creating new pathways in the brain, and they take time. And the more you repeat it, the more you nail down that pathway. A few more seconds, and then the better you become at it. But you've got to remember, this also works with sort of negative feelings and negative thoughts, negative emotions, that if you keep repeating them, you nail down that pathway too. And let that rest, and come over. That's why habits are hard to break. And come up, and bring one foot behind you. So if you imagine sand, this is what I was watching Operation Outreach with the kids. So knees in line, push your hips forward, pull that foot back into your hand, pull either way, and you can hold on to your wall if you want to. With the kids, and pile of sand, imagine a trickle of water. That's your new skill learning. So the first time it has no pathway, so it takes time to work its way through. The more the water runs through it, the more it embeds that route, and then the quicker the water can flow through. So now switch sides. So obviously there's that when you're learning a new skill, but also that when you keep thinking over the same negative thought or the same negative pattern. And then what the body does when you try and break a pattern is it knows how it's going to feel, and it has comfort in familiarity. Even if it's upsetting and negative familiarity, it knows what to do. Whereas if you try and change it, it makes the brain nervous or worried. No, we don't know the outcome if we do that. So that's why habits are hard to break. And let that rest, bring your arms up. And lean to one side, you can grab your wrist and pull it across, hold it for a few seconds, and then come back up and pull across to the other side. So, these are the sorts of things that you need to remember and come back up when you're creating new skills or trying to get a new habit or a good new habit, a consistent habit, and you're finding it difficult. But those pathways aren't there yet. A bit like me in my singing lesson yesterday. So I went away and I'm going to keep trying it, and come up one more time the other side. And sometimes you find if you do it and then you leave it a few days and then you do it again, and drop one arm between shoulder blades, chin off the chest, head up, some hands in between the shoulder blades, and then you come to it again, you're like, oh, I can do it now. I'm not sure how that works, haven't got the whole neuro thing, but I think it's because it goes to a different part of the brain, or the links sort of settle down. And if you don't overthink it, you seem to be able to do it more easily. Muscle memory and all of that sort of stuff. I find that with singing. If I overthink the lyrics, they're gone and switch sides, but if I just go to sing, they're there. It's quite funny. The brain is a clever, mysterious place. So there you go, a little morning, what's not lecture, TED Talk, my mini TED Talk, so your mini Become Fit for Life talk. So explaining when you're creating these new ones, then yes, it takes time. Your body's not used to it, it needs to create the pathways, it needs to understand what you're telling it to do. And I'm the same, with exercise maybe not so much because I've done it for so long now. And bring one arm across, So there are things now that I find much simpler, but you've got to realise exercise is my life, it's my profession, it's my passion. So it's easier for me to do that. But, you know, for instance, singing it's something I love and it's my passion, but it's not something I do. I do sing every day, but it's not something I learn every single day. I run singing lesson a month. And that revives and recharges me. Hence why I'm so chatty today. I had a singing lesson yesterday. And switch sides, last stretch. So I will be here on Monday, 8 AM. I know it's the bank holiday, but I will be here. It's an AMRAP, which is as many rounds as possible. And bring your weight. So it can be dumbbells, but don't make them too heavy. Pans, tins. I've always used tins, but I'm going to risk it. My tins have always been 560 grams, I think. I'm going to use my 1 kilo dumbbells on Monday. Woohoo! Last few seconds. So bring them with you. Bottles of water. Roll the shoulders back and forward. Just 2 things that weigh the same. If it gets too much, you can always put them down during the session. It's not a problem. But yes, come and join me Monday, 8 AM. I will be here. Even though it's the bank holiday, we can still start the day well. And if anything, it's even better because there's no work. No work to have to worry about afterwards. Yeah? But have a lovely weekend. Do come and give me a follow on Instagram if you haven't already. Or do keep an eye on my Become Fit for Life Facebook page, but I don't post as much there as I do. And excitingly, do watch out, because on Monday, all being well, fingers crossed, I am launching the Become Fit for Life website, so becomefitforlife.com, or hopefully going live, which I think is the 3rd, yeah, Monday the 3rd. So watch out for that too, and any little sneak peeks that I put on my stories. So have a lovely day, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. It does make me nervous now. I've had to obviously move locations. Please share and tag. The replays are always here for you. I have uploaded a lot of them to YouTube, so I will share the link. But again, hopefully that will be all on my website come Monday, so it'll be a lot simpler. But share. I know if you love them and you're joining me each day, I'm hoping that means you love them. So please let your friends and family know these free workouts are here. I'm trying to make some feel-good movement accessible to as many people as possible, because I know gyms aren't always everyone's cup of tea or financially, achievable. So please share these workouts and have a wonderful weekend, and I will be with you on Monday. Bye, guys.